Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Peace and salutations be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Respected dignitaries and my dear friends. As we marvel through the technological wonders of the modern era, it is essential for us to recognize the profound impact that Muslim scholars and inventors had on shaping the various fields. Today, I am honored to shed some light on the remarkable contribution of the Muslim scientists in the realm of space, optics, and algebra. In the history of inventions and intellectual advancements, let us journey back to the golden age of Islam, spanning from the 8th to 14th century, where the flowering of the intellectual pursuit occurred. In the field of mathematics, we all have heard of the name Archimedes, Pythagoras, or Euclid, who were considered as a giant in this field. But who have heard the name Muhammad al-Khwarizmi, the famous mathematician from the Muslim world? He was the one who laid the foundation to the term algebra and the famous equation we all have come upon once a time, that is a square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, which is used to solve a polynomial equation up to second degree. His book on algebra, the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing, became the core university mathematics and astronomy books in the Western Europe and Muslim world in the 16th century. His contribution has aided in the development of skyscrapers and mile-long bridges that you see today. The introduction of variables by the Muslim mathematicians, a key aspect of algebra, has allowed the manipulation of variables in the algebraic expressions. The algebraic contribution of these Muslim scientists have influenced the later scholars like Fibonacci from the Western Europe. Turning our gaze into the cosmos or the whole universe, the Muslim astronomers were pioneering the celestial exploration. Among them, the renowned astronomer named Al-Batani accurately calculated the length of solar year, contributing to our understanding of time and navigation. An astrolabe, an ingenious device developed by the Muslim scholars, has become an essential tool for astronomy, astrology, and navigation. In the 8th century, under the Caliph Harun al-Rashid, the first observatory was built in Baghdad to study the angle of sun and the movement of stars even before the telescope had been developed. Around the same time, one of the Iran's most famous astronomer, named Abdurrahman al-Sufi, published the book of fixed stars, which was the first one to describe about the constellations in the sky. Later on, he was the first astronomer to observe the Andromeda galaxy and the Magellanic Cloud. Later in the 13th century, an astronomer named Ahmad al-Tusi developed the Tusi couple, a mathematical device which was used to explain the linear motion on certain heavenly bodies based on the circular motion. Coming into the realm of optics, around 100 years, the famous scientists like Ptolemy, Euclidic, and Platonic believed that our eyes actually emitted light, until Ibn al-Haytham, the famous astronomer and a scientific thinker, today known as the father of optics, discovered that our eyes, the light traveled in a straight line into our eyes but not out. His work developed the camera obscura, which was a device which is used to project an image onto the screen. And this aided into the development of telescope that you see today. Ibn al-Haytham industry in the optics was continued 2 centuries later by a famous astronomer named Muhammad al-Shirazi. And he was the first one to give the correct explanation of the rainbows that you see. As we all know, this all contribution of the Muslim scientists in the realm of optics, algebra, and mathematics underscore the rich legacy of Muslim golden age. As we marvel through the space, solve complex equation, or peer through the lenses, let us acknowledge and appreciate the efforts that these Muslim scientists had on shaping the world. I conclude my words. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.